Hey everyone, welcome to the Rooster Teeth podcast. I'm Gus.
I'm Gavin. I'm Chris.
I'm Drew.
And I'm Gus. Gavin's running a little late today. He'll be here in just a minute.
I didn't even do a British accent. I'm Gavin.
There it is.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Is he here?
Oh,
He's usually so punctual. Like I've seen him jog
Is he?
in.
Are you kidding?
Like I've seen him jog in and land at the bell.
is that punctual?
Yeah, like
That's
on
just
time.
mean-
Punctual's on time.
Chris, you showed up 2 minutes, like 90 seconds
Yeah,
before
you
we went
was actually
live.
punctual.
But I didn't say it was punctual.
Punctional?
What is punctual? That's a combination of punctual and functional, isn't it?
Yeah, and I feel both.
Right.
We have a very... Should we wait for Gavin for the special thing we're doing? We should wait for Gavin. Yeah. Well, I'm just excited. It's a special day. Oh, before we go any further, we do have some new Squad Team Force merch. I've got this right here. You can see it's very subtle. It says STF. It's a little hard to see there in the distance.
Very comfy.
It's very comfy long sleeve. Chris has the short sleeve. It's got the little
Also
STF lightning bolt. And it says Squad Team Force on the back. You see in the lower third on the graphic. And if you turn around, Chris, show him.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. And Drew doesn't have anything.
I'm just wearing a Rooster Teeth t-shirt.
Yeah. So while the podcast is going on, you can see right there, you can save 20% off on the new STF loungewear using code STF20. I believe that's only good for like the next 117 minutes.
17 minutes?
117 minutes.
2 hours.
See, it's 5:03.
I thought you said 17 minutes. Like, what a bizarre time.
It's good till like 7 p.m. Central Time. So go check it out, store.roosterteeth.com. You can scan this little code right here, beep, beep, boop, boop, and go check it out.
Yeah.
20% only during the podcast, essentially, for the next 2 hours.
But it's still good merch forever.
Yes.
So,
I've got a beef.
okay.
What is the deal with Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies?
What do you mean?
What is the difference between the two?
There's a difference.
I don't even know what merry melodies are.
Can I guess? Because you already know.
No, I don't
You've,
know.
Like, done the research.
I don't know. I just started asking questions.
Okay.
And I'm down a rabbit hole.
So
I see no one's asking these
Pun
questions.
intended. Both.
Yeah, nice.
Both are from the. Okay. I know that Looney Tunes took music from the Warner Library that was going to expire, and that's what they made out of it. But you're right. There's a Merry Melody. I'm going to guess, based on the font alone, that Merry Melodies predates Looney Tunes. And like that was your original.
I'm going to look.
And then also there's the Disney version that's not Merry Melodies or Looney Tunes.
Oh, right. I don't remember what it's called.
I don't remember what it's called either, but it's also like silly songs or something.
Yeah, it's like, it has like kind of a crappy name.
Chris, you look lost.
I don't know what a merry melody is.
It's a Looney
It's
Tune.
an off-brand.
No, it's straight Looney Tunes.
Like, some of those characters were Merry Melodies characters, and some of them were Looney Tunes characters.
Right,
Like, for example, Elmer Fudd was a Merry Melodies character, and Bugs Bunny would originally do cameos in Merry Melodies,
right. So
and then he
what
moved
if
full-time
They
to
get
Looney
like
Tunes.
absorbed.
I think they got absorbed. What if we find out this is some sort of a Mandela effect and there was no one or the other? Like, Merry Melodies didn't exist.
Hey, Gavin. So, Looney Tunes started in 1930. Merry Melodies started in 1931.
Oh, so I was absolutely wrong.
No, but it's essentially the same time. We're arguing about what's the difference between Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies. It's like the same thing.
Right.
What's Merry Melodies?
Exactly.
Looney Tunes. Is this why you have beef? Is this the beef?
This is the beef.
Okay.
Why do they have two of these things? What's the problem?
I don't know.
What's the deal with Merry Melodies? Like some of the characters were Merry Melodies and some of them were Looney Tunes, and it seems like there's no. Then eventually they merged them. From what I read, was it 1945? They just gave. So they went.
Oh, I'm sorry, but there were 15 years of like. You're either a Merry. Do you think there was like a fan base of like I'm a Looney Tune, I'm a Merry Melody band?
For
myself.
14 or 15 years, there was a difference between these,
Right.
and then they were like, "Oh fuck it, it's all the same thing." Like looking back now, it's been 80, 90 years. We're like, yeah, it's all the same cartoons, but it wasn't. There were 15 years where they were like, no, this doesn't fit the Merry Melodies brand.
What's the Merry Melody? Oh, this isn't the same brand. It's the same font, and Porky Pig says that's
Silly
all.
Symphonies was Walt Disney.
I was close. Silly songs.
There's probably like some 90, 100-year-old listeners right now who are like, oh, I can't believe they're
How many
confused.
100-year-old listeners do you think we have?
A lot.
A lot. A lot.
That's the key
Percentage
demographic.
of, I assume like out of all 90 to 100, I'm dropping this because I'm like, the more I say this, less likely there's anyone who's above the age of 90 listening.
Of Centurions.
If anyone is above the age of 90 listening, please let me know.
There's no zero.
Send us a mail.
Literally none.
The origins of Merry Melodies series began with the failure of a live-action series of musical shorts called Spoonie Melodies,
That doesn't have any sort of ring to it.
which featured popular songs of the day.
right.
So maybe Merry Melodies was like new catalog stuff, and Looney Tunes was like old catalog stuff. I'm guessing. There's a novel here on the screen in front of me.
Got
I
it.
can't read through.
I
all of
love
this
the
right
idea of someone being born in 1922, living through everything that's happened between then and now, and just being like, well, I guess I should see what these idiots on the Rooster Teeth podcast should say.
I should check out this podcast.
now. I wanted to get something to drink before the podcast started. I went over to the fridge right over here, and I saw that they have all that disgusting jasmine tea, but they also have some delicious green tea.
That's dirt tea.
This tea is also frozen.
It tastes. Oh my god!
In the fridge, it was frozen?
In the fridge. It's like a fucking...
That table will give out before the ice.
It's a rock. You could murder someone with this thing. What the fuck is wrong with our fridge?
Death by green tea.
There's no freezer in that fridge. It's just a big fridge.
Well, if it's hot outside, does a fridge have to work harder and therefore
Well, it
freeze
does.
the
Still
stuff at the
inside.
back?
It's the same temperature inside, though. It's not. Yeah, the fridge isn't
it's
outside.
not an outside fridge.
It's
Yeah,
not like
you're right.
an inverse relationship where it's like the hotter is outside, the colder.
I didn't realize until the other day when you turn on the air conditioner, it's the same temperature air. It's just on for longer. I always thought when you turned it down, the AC was blowing colder air.
Nope.
That's not right.
I think it's a common misconception I think a lot of people have. Like you turn it down more.
Right.
When
Get
it's
it
like
colder.
78 and you've turned it to 73 and you're like, it needs to get there faster. 68.
Right. So now he's below 68 degree air.
It's
No.
supposed to the same
Yeah.
temperature. So this frozen bit of tea made me think about something, Chris.
What?
It made me think about your inheritance.
Yes, and I was actually wondering if I could borrow that.
You want to borrow
tea.
this? Okay. For those who don't remember, Chris got his inheritance last year. Was it November?
So, not. It was the podcast that I talked about. It was November 30th, 2021. We were actually on our way back from a meeting, and I was driving from a funeral, and I took the meeting like listening
Yeah.
in the car, and we were talking about, we have some new merch out. We want to what are some things we can do to help promote it and get the word out about the new merch? And I was like, I could run a special where I offer to give away my spaghetti.
Yes.
What? Did you inherit the spaghetti?
Yeah, it wasn't like.
What do you mean? Yeah.
It wasn't like on a will, but I went to a funeral, and there was so much chicken spaghetti left over. I'm talking about like
So this isn't an inheritance. This is just leftovers.
from a funeral.
Yeah, but the person who died didn't make the food.
Well, but it was for them.
Wait, this chicken spaghetti was for the person who passed away?
Well, it was for
The people
their
there
funeral.
at the funeral.
So I would imagine it's still theirs, right?
I got water, by the way, because the tea was frozen.
Anyway, so there's this big pot of spaghetti. I'm talking like this bigger. It looked like a cauldron, and there was so much afterwards that there were like 9-10 bags of chicken spaghetti, and
Bags? Like gallon bags.
yeah, and I got one. I couldn't leave without taking one. My
Right.
mom was like, "No, you're taking."
You got to take a gallon of chicken spaghetti.
and it was just frozen, and I just drove back with it frozen.
I always thought chicken spaghetti was more of like a casserole thing. Like
It
it's like
is.
in bricks. Like you
Bricks?
could like little like casserole. Like you can cut them into squares.
No, this thing was
this
like
is
in a
just-
big cauldron.
Yeah, it's not thick enough for that.
Got it.
Anyway, so
it's wet chicken spaghetti.
I had this thing of spaghetti, and I'm like, what should I do with this? And then I was like, I'll do it as a giveaway. And
To promote, because we were launching new merch for the holidays.
Is that legal?
No. On the podcast. I mean, I don't know. It wasn't approved. I'll say that.
Sure.
And I said on the podcast, hey, if anyone sends in a receipt to me on Twitter or social media of you buying merch, STF merch, in the next week or something, then you could win my chicken spaghetti.
Okay.
And I got one entry.
That's it?
And you picked the winner.
And I got one entry.
And the person was 100 years old.
Yeah.
And they were like, hey, does this count? And I was like, let me check the... Yes, it counts.
Sure.
You're the only... terms and spaghetti may apply.
Terms and spaghetti may fly.
But, and so I messaged them on Twitter, and they were like, blah, 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 we're talking. They're like, I actually live like in the Austin area. I'm like, then you could actually get this. Because I was like, I was going to be like, hey,
can come
it's
claim
in
your
Austin,
chicken
come
spaghetti.
get it.
Right.
I'm not mailing chicken spaghetti.
Wait, but this was in November.
Yes, last year.
So,
Okay.
So-
almost 8 months ago.
8 months ago.
So and the contest probably ended in probably like sometime in December.
Probably.
Christmas happened.
Probably. Christmas happened. That's what happens in December, Chris. Yes.
Yeah. So sometime in December, and then Chris went away for Christmas,
Sure.
and I was like,
One thing led to another.
I need to. I was like, we need to figure out a date.
Life gets in the way.
Yeah, we got to figure out a
Sure.
date to get the spaghetti. What I ended up doing is after that podcast, I immediately went and put it in the freezer because it was it's like frozen.
And it's been frozen the whole time so far.
Well, if you count minus the times of the podcast.
Minus the times has it fully thawed?
He brings it out to show it.
On the podcast, I brought it out.
And how many times has it been thawed?
Well, there was another. So I forgot about the spaghetti for like 4 or 5 months.
Clearly.
And then I was like, oh my God, I need to follow through with my debt.
Your debt.
Yes. And so we'd already moved over to this building.
Sure.
And so I messaged one day. I didn't want to drive over there just check on the spaghetti.
Gavin,
the
Gavin, have
spaghetti-
you been aware of this the whole time? Have you followed this
I
saga?
remember the original
Okay.
spaghetti.
I'm completely
the spaghetti
oblivious.
migrated here, and it's been in the fridge.
Yeah.
Not the
fridge with
not
the
the fridge
tape.
that froze my
Because-
teeth.
So
I
are
have a
you trying to
question.
tell me? Go ahead.
When it all froze again this year,
Yeah.
did the power stay on here?
As far as I
Yeah,
know.
I think so. As
The
far as I
power
know.
stayed on pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, like I think it was in May or something. I was like, oh, we can finally do the spaghetti thing. And
good
I
question, Gavin.
texted Michael because Achievement Hunter is still in the other office.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, can you check and see if that spaghetti's still in the freezer? And he didn't know what I was talking about, but I was like, can you just check for some spaghetti
Right.
for me? Because I didn't want to drive over to do it. So he then texted me like a week later saying, I found your spaghetti.
I like that he waited a week.
And then he was like, come get it. And
Life gets in the way.
and so I went and he brought it to Off Topic.
Okay.
And so
Was it thawed?
So more thought time
again,
on
yeah.
it.
Yeah, it was about maybe an hour before because I was shooting something.
You understand that, like,
What was I supposed to do? He didn't tell
I
me.
know, I get it, but like,
Throw it away.
this spaghetti should not be consumed.
That's up to you. I mean, not up to you.
Right.
So I went and got it, and I put it in the freezer here,
Okay.
and then I was like, cool, I can finally pay the spaghetti. But then I got COVID.
Okay. Did you? I just want to make sure you didn't get COVID near the spaghetti.
No,
did you?
they're
Okay, great.
completely separate.
Great.
The spaghetti's has not left since May.
Someone in chat, Fallen Wind, said this is the tale of Pasta Pete and the spaghetti debt.
Very good.
And then we had RTX, and then finally, I was like, I got to do the spaghetti.
Yeah.
What month is it now?
It's August 1st.
August 1st.
No, I mean when
the
you're
story,
saying this
in the tale.
story. I know what month it is
it's
right
just
now.
it was July. This was July.
So this is post RTX.
Post RTX, and then I was like, I gotta do the spaghetti.
And then I said, hey, we have new merch coming out soon.
Yeah,
Why don't we finally give away your prize from the last merch as a promotion for the new merch?
yeah, which is like that's really good synergy.
So you're telling me that you have a bag of wet chicken spaghetti
No,
on
it's
you?
not
wet.
frozen.
It's frozen.
Oh, it's still frozen.
Well, if it's
Yeah.
in the freezer, it's not gonna be wet.
Yeah.
Sure. But everybody keeps talking about it being thawed. I thought he might have thawed it before he showed
There
up.
wasn't
Why
like
would I
fully
thaw it
thawed. would
beforehand?
thaw a little
I don't know.
bit.
You keep saying you thought. Like, you bring it to
No,
things and
it
it's
just
thawed.
it is melted on the
It's
outside
just like
a little bit.
you show up to places and it's
Just
okay.
don't eat the edges.
So like the core,
eat any
the
of it.
core is still intact.
Yeah,
Don't
honestly,
eat
I do
any.
think. Yeah, because I think because I also drove from Mississippi with it, so
Oh, I'm sorry. This is Mississippi chicken spaghetti.
This is Mississippi
Nobody
chicken-
said anything about Mississippi chicken spaghetti.
but at
didn't
that
think it
point,
mattered.
I don't think it was frozen yet, right?
no, it was frozen.
it was frozen when they
in
left.
Mississippi.
It was frozen. Yeah, because I think so. Yeah, because I think it was. No, maybe it wasn't. I don't remember. That isn't. It's not important.
Because I think
mean,
the
it
issue
kinda
of-
is if you're gonna
I
eat
think
it.
food poisoning. There's like a real problem with thawing something,
Right.
and then refreezing
But I think
it.
the night of the funeral, it all got put in the bags and then put in a freezer, and then I took it home.
Inherited it.
Inherited my hair. Yes.
Right.
So do you have it with you?
Yeah.
Can we
Can
see
you
it?
whip out your spaghetti?
It's right here.
Is there also a beer in there? What is that?
Oh yeah. Well now.
God's
It says
sake.
Chris's. There's got a post-it note taped
What does
to
it
it that
say?
says Chris's spaghetti do not touch, please.
It's
Yeah.
still frozen.
It's still frozen.
Yeah.
And so you're gonna give that spaghetti away to the contest winner,
Yeah. Who's here right now?
who happens to be here, sitting off to the side.
Don't eat this.
Do not eat this. For I want to be very clear here. Do not eat this spaghetti.
Or just eat the middle core.
No, do not eat any of the spaghetti.
This is Austin. Austin won Chris's spaghetti tournament. or
Mississippi
whatever.
chicken spaghetti
Mississippi
inheritance.
Is that the shirt that you bought to win the contest?
It is not. This was a Christmas gift, I think, birthday gift. I bought a mug, a Black Box Down mug, the Bad Attitude has upset me mug.
Wow.
That's a great. Anyways,
I love that mug.
This is also another good mug that just came out.
Running on autopilot.
Man.
So what are your plans for this?
I'm absolutely eating this. This is.
No, absolutely not.
This is.
Yeah.
There's no.
This is nowhere near the worst thing that I've eaten.
I would say, yeah, cut off the edges.
I think that might
go
be a
for
good
the core.
idea. Yeah.
Go for the chickeny core.
I mean, if it's gonna get, I'm gonna recook it. Obviously, I'm not gonna eat it frozen or cold.
You'll
But-
chip a tooth, I think.
Oh yeah, totally. But no, yeah, I'm planning on eating this for my lunch throughout the week.
Chris, do you wanna go hand that to
portion
him?
it out?
Yeah, well,
Because that way, if I have a small amount of it, if I make like a lunch-sized portion and I get kind of sick, then I'm not going to eat the rest of it. I'm not going to like. I'm obviously not going to serve this.
There's
to
like
anyone.
6 cubes in there that you could get out of that.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you,
that's a
do you
full-
have a bandsaw
Do I have a band?
like some sort of.
just to take the edges
I might
off?
actually use a chisel. I'm not joking.
when you submitted your receipt,
Yes.
did you think you would win?
No. I also just found out that I was the only person who entered.
I am
That
shocked.
was news to me sitting here live on air. I told people that I won a drawing. I was like it was a raffle. I was like, can you believe I won?
Well, you did.
I never
and none
win
of the
anything.
people I told know anything about Rooster Teeth. They don't know anything about Chris Demarais. So they were like, "What do you mean you won a bag of frozen chicken spaghetti from a guy on the internet? Do you know this guy?" And I was like, "No, I've never met him."
Yeah, I don't think this counts as a contest. You really just text Chris and said, "Can I have
right.
spaghetti?"
Yeah,
That's what happened.
basically, yeah.
It is a contest. Anyone was free to enter.
Legally, it's not.
Not
now.
a contest.
Oh,
I don't know. Maybe it should.
is it? I don't know.
What is the
You
legal
have
definition
to
of
stop walking
Right.
whatever line you're walking about.
I feel like
is legal.
I feel like
You have to
also
stop.
Chris should put the spaghetti down, like on the table, and then Austin can come pick it up. But at no time should they ever be like handing it off.
Okay,
What's this bag of spaghetti doing
I wanted
here?
to give it to him though.
Well, let's-
Allegedly, this is from a contest. I
Right.
think you should hand it to Drew so that way.
I
he's
think we
involved
should-
It is
somehow.
Right.
It is for display purposes only. It is not for human consumption.
Someone write up a waiver, and then we'll quickly have it signed.
It is a conversation piece. It is not food. There.
He's still eating it.
5 to 10 years in
totally-
jail for a lot of them.
Okay.
I'm not looking at him. I'm not acknowledging anything.
My next question, after you found that you won, did you think you would ever get it after, like, say, 4 months went by?
No, I figured it was honestly, I thought Eric probably was like, you can't do this. It's illegal. There's a liability here that we're not allowed to give this out. Let's just drop it and ghost him. I figured it was just like, red tape, basically.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, sure it is.
no one else was involved.
It was Chris. It was
I'm
Chris
shocked.
tape.
I had no idea. I didn't know until I got here that I was the only one because the verbiage that you used was that you had a lot of chicken spaghetti. So I was like, he'll probably pick like 5 to 10 people.
There was a lot.
Yeah,
This is all I got.
See, I must have just
there
misheard.
was a lot of grandchildren.
I said
They've
when I
all
was
run
I,
their own
That's so funny.
contests.
Yeah.
But no, I said when I saw the one chair, I was like, I guess I'm the only one who won, right? 'Cause there'd be other chairs here. If there were going to be other.
somebody else.
I didn't know if there was going to be like a line of people. This was.
We're like interviewing each winner one by one.
Eric, were
You
very,
get a bag
like,
of spaghetti. And
Yeah, no, seriously, you were really kind of like short in your emails. So I did, which is not a bad thing. I just didn't know when I showed up, if I was going to be the only one showing up, if this was like if there was another round of the contest where it was like, all right,
there could be. I
You
don't know.
advance to the next round.
yeah.
Well, I would like to present to Drew, or I'm just going to set it here.
You're not presenting it to Drew. It is there if Austin wishes to take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if your liver fails about 2 hours after you eat it?
It wouldn't because he's not going to eat
He's
it.
not going to eat it, first of all. And technically, we didn't give it to him. So
I feel like we are so close to Chris right now. We basically gave it to him.
No,
But
I have been very clear.
currently, nobody has, even Chris, has not given him anything.
I'm just going to leave the spaghetti
spaghetti's
here.
on
and
the
if
table.
someone wants to take
Oh,
it,
now you're walking it back. This was all you.
You got all the way to the top. And they were like, oh, I better not.
You're
right.
all accomplices. The only one absolved is me. I don't have anything to do.
I didn't even know. Eric, you brought me on the show. You didn't tell me about no goddamn chicken spaghetti. How was I supposed to know there's a legal problem?
No, we explained it to you.
You
right
didn't tell me
before the
shit.
show started.
You said there's going to be some chicken spaghetti talk, and I was like, that seems weird. And then your response was,
Now you're an
ask a lot
accessory.
of questions. And now I'm going to jail because I poisoned a man with this Mississippi chicken spaghetti.
Just shut up and poison him already.
Yeah. So you may now come in or not.
Or not.
Just walking by casually. What's this doing here? Oh.
Yeah,
Wait.
don't eat it. Definitely
We're
don't eat
clapping
it.
for an unrelated reason.
Hey.
You may also,
thank you so much.
if you want, you can have a shirt.
Oh, one of the new Squad Team 4 shirts.
Yeah.
If you want.
like
I
the
can
Chris
hand
Roy.
that over.
That we can
And
get.
by receiving that shirt, you're automatically entered into the next contest.
Also,
Yeah.
also, it's
that,
just
that
for show.
absolves us of any liability, you accepting that shirt.
Do not eat it.
Don't eat
The
that
shirt?
shirt.
Yeah.
Don't eat the shirt.
Thank you so much, Austin. You're a really good sport. I really appreciate it.
that was really fun.
What a complicated multi-month bit.
And you were here to see the payoff.
Just the payoff.
We've been
What a weird.
That was as long
hey,
as
show
a-
up to see the payoff.
That was like a pregnancy in terms of how long it took.
Yeah.
Yeah,
beginning
oh,
to
that's
end.
kind of a cool way
You just
to think
birthed
of
some
it.
spaghetti.
Then, what if the birth of it was a new contest? Or not?
Do you have a new contest?
What's the new contest,
If
Chris?
someone shows proof of receipt of any of the new merch, you get double entries for the new merch. You get one entry for any STF general merch. So
Got
that
it.
could be
Which
Tales
includes
from
Black
Sticky
Box Down.
Dragon, Black Box Down, any STF merch. Then I was thinking about making my own spaghetti from scratch. You could have some of that, maybe.
Definitely don't eat that.
Do you think your spaghetti? And you ate some of that frozen stuff, right? And it was good. Yeah. Was it better than spaghetti that you can make?
What
Well, I haven't made my spaghetti yet.
is
I've
it
never
ever?
made spaghetti from scratch.
What
I'm
is
talking
the-
about noodles and
what is
everything.
Oh, like
the
noodles
cutoff
and
for this contest?
They have 1 week.
It's been
1 week.
so until next week's podcast starts.
Yes.
And how do they send you their entry?
Just on Twitter would honestly be the easiest.
DM you or something?
No, just do it
an
publicly.
at.
Yeah, and just show me the receipt of the purchase, screenshot of it, and then
And you're
that accounts. That's all.
There should probably
You're at Chris Demarais on Twitter.
Yeah,
there should
at Chris
probably be a
Demarais.
hashtag so we can make this easily searchable.
Okay.
If there can be a hash, you have a hashtag in mind, Chris?
Hashtag Chris Spaghetti.
Yeah, hashtag spaghetti
Yeah.
merch.
spaghetti
about-
merch.
Hashtag Pasta Pete.
There could be others.
Listening to you guys invent the rules of this contest on the fly feels like I'm falling down a flight of stairs.
You are. It's not. This is. I mean, again, you're all accomplices to this. We cannot do
Sure,
this.
sure.
We're not. This is bad. What
Homemade
happens when
spaghetti.
Austin? What happens when Austin wins again?
You just bring him back.
Well, then we'll see him again next year.
It's called a recurring bit, Eric. It's a thing.
I want to be clear. What is the hashtag? Spaghetti
Spaghetti. STF spaghetti.
Chris? Hashtag STF
What?
Spaghetti.
Should we just feed Austin once a year?
Yeah.
Well, if he
if he
once
buys
a year
another
he comes
shirt,
on.
Absolutely.
Spaghetti Team Force.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry. The hashtag
No,
is
STF.
Hashtag STF Spaghetti.
Yeah.
Yes.
Easy.
That was a great bit.
Is there an H in spaghetti?
I'm not going to lie. I'm really happy with how that went.
Yeah, me too.
You're happy now.
Yeah, right now. Don't eat that.
I also think Austin. I think
Still
Austin's
alive.
happy
Of course
with it.
we're happy now.
Everybody came out on
won.
top on that. Except for me, who was not informed and then sat down and now I'm just a cop.
Sometimes you just got to roll with it. It might be better for you from a liability perspective to have not known anything going
Sure,
into
absolutely,
it.
absolutely.
I can't believe the one person that entered was in Austin.
That's what I thought was so cool.
And also named Austin.
And also named Austin. I was
Yeah.
like, is his name Austin or is he from Austin? Or wait, both.
Yes.
Yeah. Easy.
Oh, what else you been doing?
So Chris, Chris is a maniac, but on top of that, Chris is also a very sweet person. I want everyone to know that.
Yeah.
Was it last year? Chris got me the Stardew Valley board game, which is a great gift, by the way, for my birthday. Thank you, Chris. And the Gunkata's, the hashtag was STF Spaghetti. Yeah,
STF spaghetti.
And then I was out of town last week, and I got back, and Chris got me a gift for getting my pilot license.
Oh.
Thank you, Chris. It's a
That's a
Yeti.
nice
It's
one.
a Yeti water bottle. I'm actually. I have one that I use. I have a water bottle I use right now. It's not a Yeti, and it is not dishwasher safe, and it is way smaller than this. So I've been looking for a dishwasher safe, much bigger
very
one.
good.
So
Well,
this
cool.
is perfect.
I have another question.
Yeah.
Why is Chris allowed to get you gifts, but you don't like it when I get you gifts?
What gift have you ever gotten me?
I got you I got you like a Starbucks gift card, and you call me an idiot.
I don't remember that, but that sounds very much on brand.
You've been picking me up and taking me to work for like a week while Jeff was, this is years ago.
Oh,
while Jeff
I
was
forgot
gone,
about
and
that,
I
yeah.
gave you a thing to say thanks. And you're like, the hell is this for? Loser.
But just like it was like such a nothing thing to pick you up and take you. It was like nothing, right?
Oh, okay.
Like I didn't feel like I was owed anything for that. Not that I feel like I'm owed anything for this, but thank you, Chris. I just got it right before the podcast started.
Congratulations on your pilot license.
Thank you. It was an ordeal. I started like end of September last year, somewhere around there, early October maybe. So it was like
Around the time Chris got the
8
spaghetti.
months. Yeah.
So in the time it takes to learn how to fly, Chris can give
Spaghetti
away
has
one
been
spaghetti.
I was supposed to initially take the test on June 5th, but there had been several delays, and finally I took it, like July 20th.
No, I get the delays. It happens.
It happened.
Did you ace it first try?
Are you a flying ace?
The examiner said it was a near perfect exam, both the ground portion and the flight portion.
How'd you do on the parallel parking?
That's how they get you. But yeah, I felt really, really good about it, really confident about it.
Good.
So gonna keep training. Gonna start giving people rights eventually.
When are you going to start? Like, have you chartered? Are you going to go somewhere yet? Like, have you thought about?
No. Like the kinds of planes I can fly, you can't really go. I mean, you could, but it's kind of limited in range, especially since we're in like Central Texas.
Sure.
It's like you fly for the full extent of the gas in the plane, and you're still in
Really,
Texas.
still in Texas?
Like you can fly 4 hours.
Got it.
I guess you get to like
That's
Louisiana.
Oklahoma. Yeah, you can Louisiana, Oklahoma.
Yeah. So,
Almost far enough to get spaghetti.
but yeah, it's so no real like trip or anything like that planned. Just flying around here, putzing around. Like I said, I was out of town last week. I flew on as a passenger, obviously. I flew on this is a big plane nerd talk, by the way. I flew on the first Boeing 777 that was ever delivered to an airline.
So how old is that?
It was 1990. It was a 27-year-old plane. And guess what? It fucking looked like it on the
Did
inside.
it still have the ashtrays?
It did not.
Okay.
Not that I saw. But I was like, because I remember I was at the gate and I was looking at the plane. Like, oh, there's the plane. Its tail number has 777 in it. That's a little weird. So I looked it up and I was like, this was the first Boeing 777 that Boeing delivered to any airline.
That is
Holy cow.
crazy.
What airline was it delivered
United.
to? And it still was
It's from
United?
May of 95 was when it was
cow.
delivered.
How old can planes get?
That's a good question.
I guess it's
That's actually a really good
but
question.
They like always are changing stuff. What is that
So
philosophical
we
thing?
do, Ship of Theseus.
Whatever, the axe.
Axe of Theseus. But so we actually have we do Black Box Down explainer videos, and we have one coming up in a couple of episodes where we talk about how old is too old. And
Airplanes.
right, when it comes to airplanes.
Got it.
And stuff gets changed all the time. The engines, get swapped out or like parts get changed. So you're not, even though it's like a 27-year-old plane, it's not really.
Right.
The whole thing's not 27 years old. But there are metrics that measure that kind of stuff as far as age. And 27 is pretty old.
What if it was just the tail that was 27 years old?
That'd be a little weird.
I said it in one episode of Black Box Down. It's like, it's almost like a cat. Cat
Okay.
lives.
Cat
You know,
lives.
like cats, a good
Cats and planes.
old cat might live to like, I don't know, early 20s.
Yeah.
But I mean, granted, planes can live longer than cats. But I feel like a lot of times, that's right? Like
Planes don't live, but
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying?
Exist.
Like very often, like an old plane might get retired in the 20s or
yeah.
Are there like plane graveyards?
That's a good question. They have them normally like in the American Southwest, like in deserts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never went there in GTA?
I don't know.
They just store them out like in a warm, dry environment, like a desert, and they call them boneyards. They can pick parts or maybe
you can, like,
even
pick it apart and stuff.
return.
Make a pod racer
Some
out of
planes
it.
do actually leave that and return back into service.
No way.
Yeah,
You can leave a graveyard as a plane and come back?
yeah. You can come back. You can be a zombie
Oh my
plane.
God.
Does that make you feel better about flying that plane just because it survived so many flights? Or are you just thinking like...
I know.
"Man,
I
what
got
if
on.
this
I
is a-"
got on, and I was like, "This plane needs to be fucking retired. This plane is looking old."
So, like beige.
Yeah, it was old, and there was nature's healing. We got plane stories, got flight stories. The flight attendant who was like serving that plane or the section where I was, her name was Meme.
Like M-E-M-E?
Yeah, she had like a little name tag, and her name tag was M-E-M-E. She pronounced it Mimi,
Oh, got it.
but I was like, that's really weird. Like the flight attendant's name is Meme.
There's a meme restaurant in Luling.
In a meme restaurant?
A meme.
It's called Meme, or I think it's Mexican food, so it might be pronounced differently, but it's spelled Meme.
Okay, but it's not like meme themed where all the.
As far as I know, no, it's just memes.
It's like keyboard cat all over.
No,
the wall.
yeah.
Yeah, I was saying.
Oh, I see it here. Yeah, in Luling. It's a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah,
How would you pronounce it?
I would say meme.
right.
Oh, speaking of plane stories, the one I told last time I was on podcast
Yeah.
about when I got on the wrong plane. One thing I thought was cool, and also was someone on Twitter messaged that worked at that airport, and they said they saw the video of me running around,
Going from one plane to the other?
running from one plane.
Were you
to
on the
other.
tarmac?
Yeah,
The ramp?
yeah, the ramp.
Yeah, he almost home aloned himself.
Whoa! How did they let you pass
It's all-
the first thing? It's already been on.
yeah.
I'll go back and watch the podcast. No sense in rehashing it here.
Yeah, but I was like, because legally they can't like show those videos. But I was like, man, I would love to see that
Yeah.
video.
So they found you on CCTV?
Yeah, apparently, because I think one of those things, like someone who works the gate was talking about it.
Got it.
and then,
And I bet that person who's a fan was just like, "Let me pull this up." And
well, I
it's
think he might have
Chris
seen it.
Demarais?
He might have seen it before, seen the video,
Yeah.
but not realized it was me. And then when he heard the podcast,
Put
That's
two and two
insane, yeah.
together.
anyway,
what a small world.
yeah.
Speaking of small world, I had every now and then when I travel, I have these really weird coincidences happen. And I had, whoa, something happened. I had one of those weird coincidences happen to me on this trip. So I was in Hawaii last week, and I flew from Austin to Houston, Houston, Honolulu, then back. Honolulu, Houston, Houston, Austin. I was waiting at the gate in Houston, and I was waiting to board, and in front of me in line were these two older women, probably retirement age, late 60s probably, and they were just like talking nonstop, like no break in the conversation. You would think that they hadn't seen each other in years because it was just like nonstop, just word salad at each other. And I was like, oh my God, this is really fucking annoying. I can't believe I have to board the plane behind them. Get on the plane, sit down, and I was like, fuck, they're sitting right behind me.
No.
Like 8-hour flight, they don't stop talking the entire time, just like nonstop.
Didn't it go into night though?
Yeah, what?
Did you like? Was
No,
it?
well, it's like a daytime. You like, take off early in the morning, you land in the afternoon. Landed. Thank God that's over. Spent like 5 days there. Get back to the Honolulu airport, in line, ready to board.
No.
And I see them coming down the terminal, and I'm like, it's those same two women. They get in line to board right behind me. We get on the plane, and they're sitting right next to me.
Oh my God.
So there was another 8 hours back. Like when I say they were talking nonstop, like we were waiting to board the plane in Honolulu, and there was a vending machine there kind of next to the boarding line. And one of them turns to look at the vending machine and goes, oh, look, this vending machine has Gardettos. It's got onion flavored potato chips. It's got Orbit bubble gum.
Oh my
and like
God.
listing every single thing in the vending, like just like she couldn't think anything. It was just like whatever she was thinking had to come out at the same time.
It makes sense when you think about it, though, because you would buy a flight by like picking the day, and then I assume you would just pick like the first flight if it's done by travel time. So maybe they just did the exact same, and maybe that happens a lot more than you think. They were just so annoying that you realized.
Did they recognize you?
No, they did not. But
Because you weren't annoying enough. Right?
I recognize them. But think about like every flight. Like, it's not the only flight that leaves there in a given day.
Yeah.
True.
And
also they like we had to leave at the same day, also on the same flight. And granted, we came from Houston. Maybe they're flying. I don't know how many flights there are between there. But if you're coming back somewhere, you can connect in San Francisco, connect in LA, connect anywhere else. It was just so weird.
the same, like behind you is also crazy. The vending machine, were they buying something, or was she just like
Just listing.
No, she didn't buy anything. She was just listing it. She was just listing everything in the vending machine. And she said, at first she said, Gardettos. No, Gardettos. Like she even mispronounced it and then corrected herself out loud.
Oh my God.
It was absolutely nuts.
Just imagine you stood there just like,
Yeah, I was like, what are the fucking odds? And then I heard them like say they were like, oh, what seat are you in? What seat are you in? They looked at their tickets and I was like, oh my God, that's the seat next to me. Like, like that realization must have hit my face.
I had a weird interaction on a flight. I guess relative. It might have been the return flight from the one I almost missed. We're sitting three seats together, right? And I was really cold. And at some point, like I turned the little AC thing off so that it wasn't pointed at me. Because I was just like, it was really cold. And then I was still cold. And I look up and the middle row AC, you know, there's three and they can be, the directions can be changed as to where they're blowing, was blowing like right on me. And then so I go up and I turn it down. And then the guy next to me was like, hey, that one's mine.
No.
And I was like, oh, well.
But there's nobody in the middle seat.
No, he was in the middle seat.
He was in the middle seat.
He was in the middle seat. And I was like, oh, well, it was blowing on me. And I'm cold. And he goes, and then like goes up and like, he like directed at him and then like turned it back on, but like got mad. But
it wasn't even hitting him though.
I know, that was my thing. It's like, you're not using it. It's blowing directly on me.
I mean, I'm on your side. I just feel like I would have asked him to be like, can you...
Well,
like, or at least said, "Okay, I'm just gonna move."
Yeah. just going
like,
cold, man. She's like, "Here you go."
Yeah, I probably would have. Like, yeah, I probably would have.
Yeah.
Oh, I think
that probably should have done that. I don't know. Maybe I don't.
I think.
But I was just like, it was just one of those like quick little like.
Sure.
I like that he, even though it wasn't aimed at him, he was like, "That's my."
That's
I know
mine.
he just
Also,
got possessive of.
I feel like if I
territorial.
was in that situation, I would also not say anything. I would just passively aggressive. Like as soon as you turned the vent, I would just passively aggressively be like, if I was that man, just to be like either turn it back on, just to like establish dominance in the situation, or like just start messing with a little bit and just be like, oh, this is like without saying anything.
I can
Just
tell you what I
nonverbal.
actually would have done in that situation. I would have gone. Just like tried to bash it slightly away so it's not pointing at me.
No, what you really would have done is you just would have like tried to cuddle up and stay warm to avoid any possible confrontation.
I think if I was in that situation, I would just go into the bathroom and not come out until the plane landed.
I didn't
blow yours at his flow and they'll cancel each other out and go straight down.
Well, I didn't even think he would notice because it wasn't blowing on him. You know, it's like one of those.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, you know, like I'll just turn it off because he clearly isn't cold.
Hey, that's mine.
Or
Is such
hot.
a child thing to say.
Yeah.
Hey, that's mine.
I know.
Hey, that's my AC.
And he had glasses and was like 50
What
years
is that?
old.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
He had glasses.
I don't know. He just seemed mature. He had like a suit and he just seemed like
I wore glasses when I was 10.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just trying to paint a mental image for listeners of the podcast.
Yeah, you don't lead with glasses.
I think while he was turning his back on, you should have gone for the armrest.
Yeah, 100%.
I wasn't looking to fight.
Plane fight. I have a weird coincidence story. Speaking of coincidences in your flight, I was also in Houston doing Father's Day with my partner, and we went to her dad's friend's house to have everybody over. I've never met this man before in my life. I guess they were high school buddies. We show up at his house, get to talking. Turns out he lived in the same town in Oklahoma that I grew up in. And I was like, that's weird, coincidental. Get to talking some more. He's got these young sons. He's like, yeah, one of my sons was in a musical in high school. He was the child in a high school musical. I was like, oh, yeah, I was in that musical. He's like, oh, we have photos of that musical. So these strangers I've never met before in my life have photos of me in their house.
Wait, up in the house that you were in?
Yeah. Like we show up in Houston and then like halfway through like meeting them and chatting, the mom gets up and is like, yeah, here you go. And like comes out and like hands me a photo of me in a photo. Yeah. Here you are in my house.
We've been waiting for you.
Yeah.
We've been staring at this photo for years.
For years.
When is this guy coming?
Man, you know what would be weirder is if you didn't have that
It's
conversation.
still pretty weird.
If you didn't have that conversation.
I just like stumbled
and
upon the
you
photo.
were like going to the bathroom and on the wall is a photo of you.
Because that's where people keep High School Musical photos is in the bathroom.
Or I mean like in the hallway. You know what I mean? Like you're walking by the
walking down-
hallway and you're like,
Right. What is that? Yeah.
that's actually.
Also, now I just want to go over to your house and use your bathroom to make sure there aren't just High School Musical photos everywhere in your bathroom.
That's actually
Do they have to dig it up?
Yeah.
That's really
they
fun
were like
for-
going through binders and stuff, but it was still like
That's nuts.
still very bizarre of just like, oh yeah,
That's crazy.
coincidence. Also,
did you look cool?
Absolutely not. No, I was like the bad guy in the play, and also I did my own makeup, so like it didn't match my neck, and like it was bad. And I was also like 18, so no.
Wait, when you say bad guy in the play, as in you were bad acting, or you
no, it
were
was
the
music
villain?
man. I'm a pretty good actor, honestly.
But you were the villain.
I was the villain, the bad guy. Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody thought you meant that you were saying you were a bad actor.
Chris did for a second.
did.
Chris did for 1 second.
I know. Nobody else did.
I lettered in
Nobody
theater in
else-
high school.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Nobody
that's how
else
I got
at
my
home.
letterman.
No one thought. Drew is saying that he's a bad actor. No one. Everyone went, he's the villain.
Right.
And we.
I don't mind clarifying for Chris.
conclusion.
Hey, are you saying you're a fucking shitty actor? No, I'm
No.
not.
I gave him a chance to brag.
Yeah, and I did.
now
I
we
took,
know he
I took
lettered
the
in
opportunity.
high
I did great.
You said it was the Music Man?
Yeah,
I've never seen it.
it's fine. It's Rogers and Hammerstein.
What does the villain do in that?
I don't even, Gus, I don't remember. I was
Come on.
18. He wears like a pork. All I remember is like he wears like a little pork pie hat, and then something's wrong. Like he's been tarred and feathered and sent out of town, so he's got like fucked up hair. And so I just remember having to wear like a bald cap and like put my hair through the thing, and that's all I remember. So I couldn't. I do remember like some of the cast, and I remember like, oh yeah, I remember this little kid on set or on stage, and that kid was at the house. So it was very bizarre, very bizarre.
That's weird. It'd be a good prank if you ever wanted to mess with people, and if you're having a big party, find one random guest and like find their like.
Do some digging.
Say it's a Facebook.
Do some digging.
And then print photos and put them randomly in the house. Really mess with them.
What would that achieve, Chris? What would you get? You'd lose a friend. Like that.
Well, you wouldn't know them.
Oh, so
It'd have to be someone.
Step
it'd
one,
be a friend of a friend. You'd
Step
have to
one,
work.
have a
You'd have to
party.
get the friend of the friend to be
It's like
your.
it's like a con game where you're like playing this long
Convince-
con to get someone to come to your house so they
Convince-
can see that there's photos of them in your house.
Yeah.
Well, I think they're already. You knew, like, say you have
Convince
a Facebook invite.
one of their friends, one of your friends, to convince one of their friends to come to a stranger's home in which you have printed out photos of your friend's friend. That just makes that person lose two friends. Like that's just
No, then you're like. I think it's just be like weird, right?
yes, yeah, we've established that.
I don't know. All right,
I don't know.
Are you drinking more coffee there, Chris?
No, this is actually. I actually put a beer in this.
Oh, did you? Okay. There's some mornings where Chris shows up to work and he's just like on.
Yeah,
It's like you filming the break into
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
conference room.
And he's like, I'm sorry, I had a bunch of coffee today. I know, Chris. I can tell.
Yeah.
And today was one of those days you had to like apologize. Mm-hmm. We were brainstorming an idea. We filmed something. We filmed that idea today. I thought it went pretty well.
Yeah. I feel. Yeah. I feel
any
weird.
hints? Any clues?
Can we talk about it? Anyway, yeah, we can talk about it. Whatever. We filmed basically a sketch where we rolled a series of D20s to determine what the sketch was going to be.
Oh, fun.
So it's like, we're going to roll for what genre, and then we're going to roll for what prop
character,
and what character, and then a line of dialogue. And there was like 20 options for each of them. And they were like, all right, we're going to go shoot this
Yeah,
immediately.
so it's like we roll,
I'm
like have
excited
all
to
these
see
rolls.
that. That
and it's
sounds
like,
really cool.
All right, connect all these, and you're like, you have 1 hour to do it all. Go. And they're like running
Fun.
around, getting props, putting everything together.
Yeah.
And then
That's great.
and then filming something.
It's cool. It was fun. I'm going to do it again.
It's a lot of, yeah, I hope we do it again. We built out, or you built out that entire list of options, and I'd like to see
I know
us do
there's
more
like
of them.
so many possibilities. Like, we got to see more.
Yeah. The little peel back behind the curtain. We had to re-roll because our first roll was like 2 on the spot.
Oh, it's too much.
It was like it seems like like it's already formulaic.
Oh,
It felt like
it worked too well.
It worked too well.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, this is actually really easy.
Yeah, it was like, these all go together
right.
really well.
Yeah. So we're like, all right, let's re-roll. And then
A spooky house at night, and it's lightning, and there are ghosts. Fine.
Yeah. And also it helped because then we watched it back and we're like, oh, we can adjust the lighting and make it look better.
yeah, and then it looked better the second time. And
Speaking of peek behind the curtain, I just realized I put the math together. I just got done working with Gavin for the first time in a long time and didn't even realize it because it was all virtual.
We worked together?
Yeah. I think.
Did we?
Survive Block Island. Are we allowed to talk about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? See, I
Survive-
completely forgot. I was like,
Survive
oh,
Block
you were
Island.
there. They've
Yeah.
announced it.
Wait, you never worked with Gavin before?
No, we worked with, I hadn't worked with him in a long time.
Oh.
And then technically we were both on that show, but it doesn't feel like we were both on that show because it's all virtual.
It did
what
for
we-
you.
You were just a story
Producer, yeah.
Yeah, so you would just.
But now I'm
interview-
super into Minecraft and I can't stop playing it. So if you guys have any tips on Minecraft, let me know.
When does it? SBI season 2 comes out September 16th.
I think so.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
And that's Minecraft meets Survivor.
Survivor.
I had it ruined for me today.
You did?
Well,
Oh,
I'm
no.
saying for the audience.
Oh, it got
who
spoiled.
Yeah.
Got it.
You got
I'm so
spoiled.
sorry.
How did you
season
get
2
spoiled?
did. Somebody told him who won season 2.
Yeah, just like out of nowhere, someone just turned to me and go, oh, hey, so-and-so won. I was like, I didn't want to know anything. I've intentionally been telling everyone, don't talk to me about it.
That's
and then
not
just
just
out of
something-
nowhere. Oh, hey,
Out of nowhere.
so-and-so won. Motherfucker. I was so fucking mad.
Okay.
I didn't want to know anything.
Scrap it. We'll do it again.
Here's the thing that I get annoyed with. That doesn't make sense to me. People, and I'm sure this has been talked about to death on the internet. People don't like spoilers, but prequels are okay.
What?
Like, if you got the ending of Survive Block Island spoiled for you,
Do you have spare?
but then
Oh, definitely.
we started another show where at the beginning you knew that previous winner and then like went back, like Star Wars technically is spoiled the first 3 episodes. By the 4th episode, you know that all the things.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
So spoilers and prequels
So you know that
shouldn't exist.
Anakin is going to be Darth
Vader. So it's spoiled for you,
Well,
but
it
everybody
doesn't-
went to go see it anyway.
It doesn't help those movies were shitty to begin with.
but why would you watch a prequel before the main thing?
That's what I'm saying. Is everybody's watched the main thing, so it's already spoiled, and then you go back and watch the prequel.
But you don't, you usually watch in that
Release
order.
order.
You were watching release order.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So why would you be on the prequels before the?
That's what I'm saying. Is you would watch the original series. Who's on first? You watch the original series, and it's spoiled for you what happens to Anakin. You see Darth Vader.
It's like
die.
right now, Better Call Saul is wrapping up. They only have like
Right.
a couple episodes left. You know which characters aren't around for Breaking Bad,
Correct.
and you know which characters are around for Breaking Bad. So you know something is going to happen to these characters, or these characters have plot armor and are going to live.
Right. So and prequels are huge. Like everybody's doing prequels right now. I mean, they've been doing them since this or OG Star Wars, but it's just confusing to me because it's always like, oh, it's just this feels like I'm watching a spoiler or it's spoiled for me.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was some of the issue with, was it the Star Wars show that, was it
Boba Fett? No.
Kenobi.
Kenobi.
There's no
because
stakes.
there was like moments where it's like, oh yeah, you know all these X and X and X live because,
Princess Leia is going to get out of this situation because she's in the movies.
yeah,
Yeah.
and so is Kenobi,
Right.
and so is,
Yeah, there's no stakes.
Yeah, Darth Vader.
yeah, and Darth Vader also doesn't die, you know.
I just don't know why they keep making prequels when it's hard to make stakes. It's
There's
such a
some
weird.
good shit in prequels.
You can introduce new characters.
Like I thought,
Flesh things
yeah,
out.
if it's a completely separate. Like I thought, like Halo Reach was a great prequel to Halo. Didn't really do anything.
I do think
spoil anything.
Better Call Saul's a really good show,
It's a really good show.
and it doesn't really. I don't think it really spoils anything.
But there are the problem is Saul Goodman's going to be okay.
Yeah,
You know that
What did you call it? Armor? Plot armor?
plot armor.
That's
Mike Ehrmantraut's going to be okay. Like
Yeah.
Gus Fring. The characters that are there later. So no matter what they get into or what stressful situation there is, they're going to live.
yeah, that's true.
But I think the way to get around that and the way to make it interesting is to have interesting other characters that are new, that are fleshed out, that don't have that plot armor. You don't know, like, they could die, they could move away, but even if they're not in Breaking Bad, you don't know what the end of their story is, so you're trying to find that out.
Got it.
And flesh it out. And I think Better Call Saul does a really good job with that. I think they added a lot of characters that were super interesting.
dude's almost done 20 years of 2008. Yeah, so now it's at least a decade. Vince Gilligan's doing on his 15th year of Breaking Bad universe stuff.
But this is it. I think there's only, after today, there's only 2 more episodes of Better Call Saul. So there's 3 left. Then that's it.
You think he's going to stay Breaking? You think he's going to find another way to do Breaking Bad, or do you think he's going to move on?
I would say move on. There's been no announcements about anything else.
Man,
It's a stressful show, even to rewatch Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
It's I feel like if I'm feeling anxious, it's not a show I can watch.
I've been watching The Rehearsal, that show.
I have not seen this past Friday's episode yet.
I haven't either.
My God.
But it's amazing. When I first learned about it, I thought initially that the entire season was going to be one long rehearsal.
Mm-hmm.
And then the first episode is like a self-contained thing. You're like, oh, okay, I guess every episode's going to be self-contained. And the second episode is like a to-be-continued thing.
Yeah, which I was caught off.
Yeah.
Guard by. I
so I was
thought-
like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's. I don't know if you've seen it.
Haven't seen
It's
it yet.
Nathan For You. If you're seeing
Nathan Fielder.
that, it's that guy. It's his new show.
Canadian Chris Demarais.
right.
And it's him finding people and them rehearsing awkward things or life situations,
Simulating things.
simulating them so that they're prepared for them,
But like he goes to great
but
lengths.
to crazy extremes.
It is the production value and the things that they do in that show are so off the wall bonkers.
Also, there's like a magician's secret element to that show where it's like, what is scripted, what is not, what is story produced, what is pre-produced, what is
Yeah.
like is that for the joke, is that not for the joke? How much of this did they really do?
I've talked with someone who was a cameraman on Nathan For You.
Yeah.
And he said that he was amazed by Nathan's ability to get what he had planned ahead from actual real people. Like he would like write and this is also like story of a story, but he would like plan things out, and his ability to go into a scenario with just like normal people and get exactly what he wanted he said was amazing.
Uncanny.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. I think I do believe that there's some,
There's definitely some extemporaneous stuff. There's
Yeah.
like things that just happened in the moment. Absolutely. But there's just so many intricate pieces that it's like, how are they actually do it? What's the secret sauce? I don't want to know, but also it'd be cool.
I think he plans it and then, adapts and then comes up with a new plan based upon where it's going.
Man.
I don't know.
I think that's like all of the magic is like wondering
Right.
like how did this come together? How did this happen? Like even in the first episode where we talked about this already. The first episode where he recreates that bar, like in its
1-to-1 scale.
entirety.
Yeah.
For like the rehearsal is just bonkers.
Yeah.
It's just so crazy.
I was talking to, I think, Blaine about it. And this is a HBO Max show. So I was like, he was like, man, the budget of it and stuff. I was like, well, I guess if you were comparing it to, say, like a Game of Thrones, it's way cheap.
Way cheaper.
Yeah.
It's like, how many sets do they have to build?
And I'm gonna guess that like it was a package deal with How To with John Wilson.
Yeah.
Like that, and that show's $0 because like, he's just going out in the city.
It's
and
also
like,
a
film.
great show.
Also great. Also executive produced by Nathan Fielder.
Yeah. And they've done 2 seasons of How To.
What a genius. Mm-hmm. Both those dudes.
Yeah.
I gotta catch up. I gotta watch it.
Yeah, so good.
Got some watching to do.
People should also be ordering the new STF merch.
Yeah.
Boom. Right now, yeah,
feel
yeah.
like I should bring that up one more time.
15%. What is it?
20% off with code STF20 only right now during the RT podcast.
You're running out of time.
It
So this
ends-
isn't on the VOD?
No, the sale is only valid for right now. Until for like
Hope
the
that's
next
not burned
66
on.
minutes.
But you do have 1 week, and you can use hashtag STFspaghetti. Send Chris, tweet at Chris Demarais, and let him know that you bought STF merch, and you can win
Homemade spaghetti by Chris.
spaghetti you're making from scratch.
And buying this merch qualifies you for that.
Right.
Yes.
So
yeah.
store.roosterteeth.com,
Chris.
look for the merch, code STF20.
Here's
Walk me through how you
here's what
think
we're gonna
spaghetti's
do.
made.
No,
I
no.
want to
No.
know.
First, I gotta say this. I'm adding a new rule.
A new spaghetti roll?
Every piece of merch you buy that's STF, you get a new entry.
Oh, okay. With proof of purchase.
But does that mean if I have like 5 things in my cart, that's 5 entries, or I need 5 purchases?
No, yeah. If you buy 5 things, then you get 5 entries.
Not 5 separate credit card transactions.
No, you don't have to do
One
different
receipt.
transactions. Each
Got
piece of
Fraud alert.
STF merch is a new entry.
You enter again?
Austin's back in!
Did you do it just now? Dude, I did it 20 minutes ago. Oh my god!
Austin really wants this spaghetti. So if you want to be the new Austin, hashtag STFspaghetti.
Spaghetti.
What'd you buy?
I can see it here. The black box down. The
How do you spell spaghetti?
Aghetti.
There's an H in it, right?
Yeah.
I never know where to put the fucking H.
After the G.
And if you
Spaghetti.
if you get the
Got it.
new STF merch, which is this yellow and blue shirt and sweater that we're wearing here, you'll get double entries for that
Hey,
piece.
Gus, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How do you think Chris is going to pick the winner?
I don't know, dude.
What do you mean?
What are the-
But you get double entries if you get a new.
This seems like a nightmare to keep track of.
Right, but Chris,
Last time
I'm
it was
fu-
easy.
I mean, the one person who's going to enter is already.
It was one guy.
There's only one entry so far using hashtag STFspaghetti, and it's Austin.
Chris is going to win.
Chris,
We don't know.
There must have been more than one person. One?
One person.
That's
Hey,
only-
this contest, like, I entered the Minions HelloFresh sweepstakes the other day. Here's the thing. Hear me out. The barrier to entry was so high, and the prize was so good that people aren't gonna enter. Like, it's not. So I would argue that. I mean, this is a little different, but my Minions pizzas. Moral of the story is my Minions pizzas look dank as fuck.
Did you
And
win?
then- no, I don't know yet. But the prize was a year of groceries.
Oh my god!
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but like the barrier to entry was you had to make these dumb little Minions pizzas and then post.
Well, they're not dumb.
I mean, I would say like from a story point, yeah, like that's
Oh,
part
maybe
of their
story-wise,
charm.
but-
they're like dumb little things.
How do minions when you grow? What's the connection to minions? Do minions like groceries?
No, but I guess the marketing team for the new Minions movie just like went ham. Like, I don't know, there was like some Fidelity commercials that also had, there was a commercial for insurance that would then turn into a Minions commercial halfway through. They would like surface in a submarine. So it became a go see Despicable Me, whatever Minions movie, plus buy insurance. I don't know.
They also had a ZipRecruiter Minions
Yeah,
commercial.
what is that? Like
I thought
insurance,
about tweeting, like, I wasn't
and then,
sure about ZipRecruiter, then I saw the Minions
The other
endorsed it.
weird thing about Minions is they work for bad guys. So anytime they show up in anything, it's like, oh, okay, are you a bad guy? Like, here's an insurance
Or
company.
are they just bad
Are you
actors?
bad? Right.
Or also for ZipRecruiter, it's weird. It's like, are you looking for Minions?
Right. Are you looking for Minions? Does that mean your company is bad? Or am I a Minion now? Anyway, I made some pizzas. They're on my Instagram. My partner made way better pizzas. Mine look like shit.
Did you do 2 entries?
We each did one because, yeah.
Smart.
Yeah. So
Could you just Photoshop and keep doing it with different versions?
I could, but that would be dishonest.
And then you don't get to eat a delicious pizza.
It was not delicious. Because,
Yeah,
like, in order to make it look like a minion, you had to put everything in weird places.
But
And, like,
wouldn't a minion do a dishonest thing?
Ah, that's a great
real
point.
this is the problem with Minions. Here's the problem with Minions. Why are they selling insurance?
So have more than Austin entered?
No. Oh,
Not
at least
yet.
not on Twitter. All I see is Austin.
Well, let's have a look at the hashtag. See if it's just Austin.
Let me look again.
Where else can you hashtag?
It's only Austin.
There are like 2 tweets with the hashtag, and it's me and Austin, and I didn't enter. I just wanted
And
to put the hashtag.
Squad Team Force also tweeted the
Yeah.
hashtag. Let me like that. Boom.
I'm hoping that you get more. I mean, no offense, Austin. You seem like a great dude, but
Oh, I
Like,
hope so
at
too. We have a
least
week.
another-
We have a week.
But to get the 20% off, they have to order.
before the end of the
Sure,
now, in
but
the next hour.
for people who are
Chris, I'm trying to get people to buy right now.
yes,
Why? So yeah, why is
But
it?
I
a
don't
week
wanna
long?
limit it.
Why is it a week long?
I don't know. That's what I said, dude. I don't know why is anything anything.
That's what I said, dude.
We said until the beginning of next week's podcast, so until 5 p.m.
Yeah.
next Monday.
Yeah, until and then we'll
Are
say
you going to pick a winner on the podcast next week?
No, he's got
No.
to collate and gather all of this stuff.
This data.
Yeah, he'll be part.
maybe.
So in about 9 months, we'll hear about who won the chicken spaghetti.
Yeah,
and
maybe I'll
round two.
announce a winner on a future podcast.
I want to be clear.
Maybe you'll announce a winner.
I did on a future podcast this time.
Or people can just check the hashtag, see Austin's tweet, and assume that he won because
Right.
no one else
Well-
tweeted.
Everyone in chat is saying, "Let Austin win." Don't let Austin win.
Yeah, I think everybody's gonna team up.
No,
I think that's
yeah.
the whole shtick
Austin
now.
won't be around. He's gonna die from
All right,
food
This is
poisoning.
defeating
Yeah,
the purpose. We
we've
want to
already
sell merch.
established.
We want people to buy stuff. You've got to buy.
Okay, here's what I'll say this too. If you submit and you want Austin to be your surrogate, then you can do that. That is
You're
allowed.
Surrogate spaghetti man.
You are allowed to.
So
You are
can
allowed
enter
to gift
on
it.
Austin's behalf.
So if you want Austin to win, then go give more entries
Here's
to
the
Austin.
question: Do you think because Austin seems like a nice guy?
Yeah.
Do you think because like you're not willing to travel if somebody wins the spaghetti?
Well, it's not in the terms and conditions.
I understand that, but do you think also dubious? Do you think Austin would like get the spaghetti and travel it for someone?
That's up to him.
So how do they submit for him? Is it like hashtag STFspaghetti Austin? Like how do you know
No,
it's
just
for him?
spaghetti. No, then I'll message them if they win and say, "Here's come get the spaghetti,"
an
and they
option.
say, "I would like to give it to Austin."
Can we talk more about your spaghetti plan? Just like the strict like brass tacks, nuts and bolts of what you think it takes to make spaghetti. Are you making another?
I don't know
Are
yet.
you making another chicken spaghetti? Is the
we
question.
should hire Austin as a local contest winner. So it's like if you're not in the area, you don't want to pick up the stupid prize.
He gets it.
Austin gets paid to just receive prizes.
Receive the prize, and then does he get paid to like go take the prize to you, or is it just?
Well, if that was his job, yeah.
No, he's not a delivery man. He's just the
That's what I'm saying.
recipient.
He's just a winner.
He's just
Yeah.
he's
He's
just
just a paid
Under
winner.
business
surrogate
card, it just,
recipient.
under his business card, it just says winner.
He's just a professional winner.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
just a winner.
That's
Professional
great because
winner.
not,
This is-
like people in England don't want the spaghetti. You know?
Right.
This is turning into like when you started saying we should hire him as like essentially a professional winner. It started turning into a fuckface idea.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
it really started
Absolutely.
becoming like an Andrew Panton plan of like we should hire winners.
In chat, Window Birds just wrote, "WTF is his podcast."
Welcome.
Chris, why did you take my tea?
Oh, because
tea.
it was frozen.
It was frozen to keep
and
the
I wanted to
spaghetti
use
cold.
it as a frozen to keep the
was-
spaghetti colder.
I tracked that logic as soon as he picked it up. I was like, he's trying
Yeah,
to keep
sorry.
the spaghetti
Yeah, but I
frozen.
didn't get my tea back.
Oh, you can have it back.
I mean,
Also,
what, are you going to
Chris-
drink it?
Chris gave me a beer, and it was very cold from the spaghetti.
Right.
Oh, it was from the tea, which
Well,
is
when I-
starting to defrost a little bit. It's
Yeah, you want to give it another whack?
Ugh.
Still pretty solid.
yeah.
It's got a little bit of liquid. It's got a little squish on it.
What's the best thing y'all have ever won?
Ever won?
One time I won a whole meal, a catered lunch from those business cards,
Oh.
fish bowls that are, because we
Right,
go out
right,
to,
That's just lead generation for them.
The what?
Never mind. Go ahead.
The 636 office. We'd go to lunch everywhere, and there's one point I had just gotten business cards.
For here? For Rooster Teeth?
Yeah, for Rooster Teeth. I had just gotten business cards.
What does it say on
from
your
Rooster
card?
Teeth? Well, this was
Chris Demarais,
I don't know.
winner.
I've only gotten business cards once, so
What was your title?
I don't even remember. It was like
Winner.
it was like the first year I ever worked here, and I was like, cool, I got business cards. Now I can win free lunches. And then I won one. It's an RT Life, I think. Yeah, it's an RT Life.
Oh,
What kind
yeah.
of- what was it? What was the food?
It was like some sort of like Chinese food, I think. I got a ton of food. I think. I don't remember. But that's cool. I won that.
Yeah, that's great.
We got another entry
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Shit.
from Wes Ellis.
Well, hey, he'll be easy delivery because he works here.
Did he use his stuff?
He did. He paid zero
He
for
bought
it.
it and then said free spaghetti. Who is Austin?
Austin, you're going to have to buy more stuff.
Yeah, you
Or people are gonna have to. Yeah, people listening are gonna have to give it.
guilting Austin into buying more stuff while he's on the podcast as a guest.
No, don't.
No. I'm not
What
gonna.
happens when Wes wins?
Then he wins.
Just a very nice like candlelit date.
I mean,
with
that's the-
Chris
To be on
Demarais.
the
That's the
podcast to
most-
receive spaghetti.
I love the idea of Wes coming on the podcast, not as Wes Ellis, the accomplished photographer and
No, Wes
creative
Ellis-
director man.
It's a
contest winner.
professional winner.
Professional winner.
Yeah. Well, if he has to win at least twice, so I think before we hire him as that.
What?
Right?
What?
Well, we haven't decided. Have we decided that Austin's professional winner yet?
No.
I think it takes two to hire.
Wait, wait, hold on. Are you saying that he has to have a proven track record of winning?
Wait, why are you looking into hiring Austin?
We already talked
We're
about
talking about a
this.
professional winner.
Who's gonna pay him? What are you talking about? He has to win. If Austin wins one more time, you have to hire him.
No, I'm just saying that's.
That's the
Yeah.
barrier of entry.
I say you can't-
This logic tracks. You can't you can't be a professional winner if you've only won one time. You
You're a
can't call
professional
yourself
whenever you're paid to do that thing.
Yeah.
fair, but I feel
Yeah,
like there's
but
still like a bottom.
I
Like you
feel
still have
like-
to do it twice.
My thinking is, someone's like,
one
wow,
of
this person's really good at winning. We should hire them.
Guys, if you have any Minecraft tips, just let me know.
Austin could be in charge of winning contests that people don't want, and also he could take all of our business cards and put them in all
Fish
of the
bowls.
restaurants.
Fish bowls.
Yeah,
Oh, that's great.
and he can
mean-
help us win.
The return on investment, if we're all winning like catered Chinese food every day,
Yeah,
that pays for itself.
We'll make his salary back in no time,
Yeah.
and just
just in catered Chinese food alone.
I actually do wonder if you made business cards
Okay.
for the sole purpose of winning stuff.
How many fish bowls do you think are in Austin right now of business cards? Probably not a lot.
Yeah, but if you just had business cards and every time you saw one, you dropped in, you could probably make a pretty good return on investment on those business cards if you win one.
Sure.
That's all it takes.
How much do you think business cards cost?
I don't know. I don't never bought them.
how many did you get given?
Do you still have them?
Probably somewhere in a box. There was speaking of winners, someone won like $1 billion on that
Oh, the mega
lottery.
the
Yeah,
mega lottery.
me and Brandon Farmahini, we went in on a pool. Oh, and Eric was there too. Yeah.
Did you guys win the lottery?
No.
We won $12 between.
Wait, we did?
What is that
cut
like?
of each is like.
great.
I got
Now
like
you're gonna owe
12
Chris
cents or
$4.
something.
Is that
Yeah.
like matching 3 numbers?
No, we got the Powerball or whatever it is.
Ah.
Yeah, you should probably check because it said, "Hey, you won money," and it was like $12.
That's cool. I just saw that I didn't. I assumed Brandon would text me if we won $1 billion.
You didn't.
I assume he would text me.
You hang on.
Because you can pool entries.
How much
Sure.
would it take for you to think to check? Because it's apparently more than $1 billion. How much would it take for you to check to see if you
Also,
won?
also, don't you think Brandon would call you in that instance? Like not text you?
Hey, bro, we won $1 billion. Later. So like 1.4 billion. Like, what's the barrier where you think, oh, I should check to see if I won $1 billion?
Well, I just assumed I was going to lose, or we were going to lose,
Why are you assuming when there's $1 billion on the line?
because there's who? Because it's a
I mean,
lottery.
somebody won it.
Yeah, and it wasn't one of us. And I do think if it had been, I don't know, you or Brandon might have like texted or called me.
If I won $1 billion and you were in on it, I'm taking the money and you'll never.
No, because I would have checked before then. Legally, you would have been some of mine.
But when would you check?
That's what I'm saying. Gavin has followed the logic to its natural conclusion.
Well, I didn't win. I won $12.
Long
Whatever.
story short,
You didn't win $1 billion.
Wait, you won $12? Or is it
you
split?
all won
Maybe you
$12.
I bet I won more.
You won
'cause I had more
$4.
entries.
You need to check.
Yeah, I'll check right now.
We got 2 more entries.
How do you check? Do you just have to look at the
We're up to
numbers?
4 entries
There's
Can you,
like,
Yeah.
of
you just,
spaghetti.
like, scan the
STF
ticket?
spaghetti.
no,
Yeah.
no, there's like an app you can like gamble through that
Cat
stuff now. It's crazy.
Cat and Fallen Wind. Oh, and another one just came in. And
5.
Jess
Nice.
Wow.
have all entered.
Austin's screwed.
They're not giving Austin their votes. Sorry, Austin, but I want to win this time.
Yeah.
According to Jess.
No offense, Austin. I love you, man. You could maybe come and watch the giving of the spaghetti if you lose.
Cat wrote, "I'll fight Austin."
All right.
So getting contentious
What's
out
the
there.
app
Spaghetti
called?
fight.
Well, let's not.
Never mind. I don't want to know. I'll check after the podcast.
They can pay us.
What? If you won $1 billion, what would you do? The first thing you might do, or what's the dumbest thing you might do?
I would. Okay, I thought about.
Are we talking
this.
about like after lawyer, after like all of
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
No,
What's
no.
the-
Before all of that, I would start a billionaire podcast and make the most unrelatable podcast in the world. The podcast for billionaires.
Before any of that other
Yes. Episode 1. I am a billionaire.
Who would you have on?
You'd have
Bezos,
you'd
Musk.
Do you feel like you
Gates.
get because they have multi-billions?
Yeah, I
Right.
don't think.
Like I feel like there's enough.
I need
like,
to
well,
ask
if you're
how
just-
do I
if you're
turn
just
my
a
1 billion into many
I
billions?
don't think if you're just a single B, I don't think that they're gonna come through. Like you don't have enough clout to get.
I'm a billionaire.
But it's just the single B. Like there's not.
Also, yeah.
Come on.
yeah,
no,
that's a mere
I think
10 digits of wealth. You need 11 or 12 to
Right.
compete with.
no, I disagree. I think
in order for them to be on your podcast.
The billionaire podcast.
only
Unrelatable, only billionaires.
What would you?
How many would
so
you have them on
boring.
multiple times, or would you only have each billionaire on once?
Each billionaire once.
How many billionaires are there? There's only like 86 multi-billionaires.
Well, that's still more than most
But
podcasts
I think there's
ever
like
make.
2,000 billionaires.
That's a lot of podcast
podcasts, yeah.
episodes.
How many podcast episodes is this show?
This is like 700 and
So you could you could just do this show with like 3 billionaires at a time.
yeah.
I like
get
your
the same-
podcast would be so unrelatable. But on this one, you're talking about like flying a plane around yourself.
That's more relatable than being a billion. Like I'm talking like I'm gonna buy a super yacht. I want to buy a yacht and a helicopter on it.
And also
like
Gus
that
is
kind
like-
of shit.
Like a research
Gus is
vessel.
it's a thing where it's like, oh, I got to do this, blah blah blah, because it's expensive, it takes time, and it's been a thing that Gus has been wanting to do his
Yeah,
whole life.
right.
So it's not like just I'm gonna learn,
Yeah, I didn't buy a fucking plane.
That's fair.
What do you think the least amount of money is in order to never have to worry about like being able to buy anything that you want?
$1 billion.
You pointed something, it's yours. It does like money is no object. What is the least amount of money that you would need?
Fit. Well, I mean, how big?
So I'm saying, 'cause
I
there's
would,
like
say, I would say for a normal person, like
It's
in 8 figures,
yeah. I would say as long as you're not pointing at things like
like a stealth bomber.
right. So
Yeah.
I'm always thinking like supercars,
Yeah, or
like a
cruise
Bugatti
ship.
or
how much is a
something.
Bugatti?
It's like $500,000 or something.
Oh, so like
No, that's like $2 million cars.
yeah. So like
Yeah.
right. So like
discounting that kind of stuff.
yeah. But that's what I'm saying. So like I was saying like maybe $1 billion. I think $1 billion's where it's at.
What
Where
about
it's like-
50 million?
You'd probably be okay with.
yeah,
it.
you probably. I
You
don't
might
know.
even be okay with like 20.
Because
I-
not a lot
it's
of
so
things,
hard-
like a private jet would take a dent out of that. I assume.
But then again, yeah.
If you live normally,
That's what
but
I'm saying.
I don't know.
Not
I don't know.
normal.
It's so it's
just where
I
it's
don't
just like
that amount of money. It's so hard to even like comprehend. I think,
go
for
anywhere.
most
I
people.
pointed a thing.
Certainly
and they
me.
give it to Yeah.
I asked Brandon what he would do, or we were talking about what we would do if we won. I said I would buy a house for my dog, like a house,
A whole house.
like a dog house,
That-
but like every room. It's like a room for everything.
A
for
lady did that
for
in
my
England.
dog.
I think there was an English woman who like left her home to her dogs, and like now they like have a full staff that just take care of the dogs in this house.
I would still take care of them.
No, like she had passed away.
Oh, well, yeah. This is
Chris would still take care of them.
So you'd have to like go over to their. I'm sure
It'd be in my backyard.
Got it.
But it'd be a big house.
right.
People would be like, "Oh, is that your guest house?" I'm like, "No, that's my dog
dog's
house." And
It'd be funny. That's really funny.
Brandon was like, he said, he's like, I would find some random guy on the street and send them to space, and be
Just,
like, so,
blast 'em off.
but it'd be like but it would be like, hey, come here, I will give you this money. It'd be like almost like jettisoning someone to space, because I think if you're like, well, wait, who, because like billionaires spend a lot of money
Okay, here's
to
how you
go
do
to
it.
space. He'd be like,
You launch a satellite, and then once it's in orbit, you have the satellite deploy a briefcase that has $5 million in it in cash. Yep. And then you send someone to space and be like, "There's $5 million waiting for you. If you can get, I'll pay for you to go to space. If you can find a way to get out and go get that suitcase, you can keep the $5 million."
oh my
Sounds like a Mr. Beast video.
Yeah. That's the inevitable conclusion of Mr. Beast.
Taking it
crazy.
too far.
That's man, you just came up with a great reality show.
See, I'm a billionaire.
Yeah.
This is my podcast. Unrelatable.
Unrelatable with Gus Sorola.
Think about how amazing that would be, just doing stupid shit.
It must be so annoying to be a billionaire.
No,
Oh, boo-hoo.
No, hear me out. Because you'll still die at the same time as other
Right.
people of the
Or
same age.
earlier.
But
Like-
you've got all this freaking money, and it's like, I should be able to outlive everyone because I can literally
they
do
shouldn't.
anything
Except for
except extend
Live
their
eternally.
life.
Yeah.
But like, look at Steve Jobs, who had an illness and died.
yeah, but that's because that's his own hubris that killed
Yeah,
him.
but
Yeah.
also
That's true. He didn't take the treatments, did he? But still, it's like you're still a human.
Right.
Yeah, but especially in America,
I imagine it's
wealth
more frustrating for those people.
wealth can keep people alive. Longer.
to an extent, yeah.
Yeah.
But still, it's like you're not going to live 200 years.
Sure. Not
You're like the
Ugh.
rest of us.
I just don't want any of the billion. Like, I also don't want anyone to live to 200 years, especially if they're a billionaire. Like, if I have to deal with Jeff Bezos on my deathbed, I'm gonna be so pissed. Just where it's like, and in other news, Jeff Bezos just celebrated his 196th birthday. Like, you son of a bitch.
I mean, eventually they will cure aging.
Well, the question is, if they cure aging, are we just going to get upload? Is the consciousness going to get uploaded in the computers, or is it you're going to have a body? Again, it's that axe problem.
Have you been watching Westworld?
I've tried the new season, and I can't.
It's tough.
It's really, if you look down at your phone for a second, game over, man.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I don't know who's in whose body right now. That's the other thing where it's like, is this the original Dolores, or is this Dolores with somebody else's brain in it?
Right. They're definitely being cagey about a lot of that.
Yeah.
Well, specifically with the Dolores body.
Yeah.
But I think you're starting to get answers. I think it makes me think of season 2, where season 2 was better, binging it and seeing it all at once.
Sure.
Watching the season week to week with the breaks is like,
The Nolans,
what's
man,
happening?
they love heady shit.
Yeah.
The Nolans.
Oh yeah, I was
just
watching it
love-
this week. This past week's episode, I was like, how small is the market for the show at this point?
Right.
It's like,
Because it's like halved every season.
yeah, it's like you have to be.
And they didn't market it super
Yeah, you
well
have
this
to have
season.
been fully invested watching
Right.
it with your full attention, and then keep going. And like at this point, it's so complicated
Yeah.
to like try to
mean, do you-
wrap your head around. It's like, who's left watching it at this
Right.
point?
Do you watch a lot of stuff while on your phone normally?
I mean, like, yeah.
Depends on what kind
Depends
of
on
show
what it
it
is.
is.
I think
and
there's
how
phone
invested I am.
There's
in.
phone shows and there's not phone shows. And
What's
like,
phone
I
is
just
not a
don't
phone
see
show.
I just don't see the point.
I mean, it's, also agree. But
Because it's like you don't know. Because I feel like I've tried to do this in the past, where it's like I feel like I'm doing both, but what is really
not.
happening is I'm just missing giant chunks
Yeah.
of the thing,
Right.
and I think I'm not, and then it's like, I guess I'm.
But
I just
I'm
can't
I'm addicted
multitask
to
that
the
way.
little thing in my pocket, so I just.
I just give it a fling when I press play.
fair.
I don't watch
I'll
sports.
start doing that.
I don't watch sports. But if I did, I would imagine that would be something you could get on your phone because
There's a lot of downtime.
there's a lot of downtime, and also they have replays,
Right.
which they always replay crazy stuff. Also, there's a scoreboard that tells you all the backstory.
The prequel, if it were, as it were.
So I feel like that's something you do. I do think that one sign of a good show is you can't go to the bathroom and leave it on.
Right.
You know, like you have to be there, like really watching. Like 'cause
Who would
I've been
leave a show
watching.
on and walk away.
Well, if like multiple people are watching, you don't want to like stop it to like, hey, I gotta go pee. You know.
By the way, we got another entry from Ronnie Galaxy. Right
We're up to
now.
number 7.
This is getting crazy.
And none of them for Austin so far.
You're gonna have to like open a new Excel sheet.
I haven't thought. I mean, I didn't even think. I'll figure it out.
I just want to see the Excel sheet from the first one. It's just like
I'm just
name just Austin.
I'm just getting nervous because it's only live for like an hour.
Yeah,
There's a whole nother
this could
week.
you really opened up a can of spaghetti on this one.
Can you get spaghetti in a can?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you think?
SpaghettiOs.
What do you think? Ravioli or
right.
spaghetti? Spaghetti.
Chef Larry.
SpaghettiOs.
Spaghettios.
That's why they're O-shaped because they can better.
Yeah.
What?
I just never thought about it. But
I follow that logic.
Think about
it's
it.
a closed loop.
What did you just say?
SpaghettiOs are canned because this makes sense.
Yeah, I never put this together, but like that makes so much. I'd never thought about it, but like I just thought it was
If
like
you
cool.
just had if you
as
just
a
had
kid.
if you had loose noodles, you can't really the machine's not going to be able to cut the loose noodles and then put the lid on. Like,
also,
it's going to be a
you get,
mess.
like 4 noodles in a can,
Right.
Because they take up the whole can
Right.
as far as like, ratio wise.
but the
right?
rings,
the rings are
It's a closed
great,
system.
no,
and you can also
no,
eat it with a spoon.
no loose noodles.
Why do you never get fresh SpaghettiOs at like fancy restaurant?
Chris, you should make this batch because the batch you can make them SpaghettiOs, man.
Oh, you're right.
I feel like
You can't buy pasta in that shape.
yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Because it's not homemade.
You'd have to you have to
okay.
make a spaghetti and like make little.
So that's what we'll have to do. We'll have to make our own pasta. This is a video we should make, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should make our own pasta, then make like handmade SpaghettiOs.
Handmade
Yeah.
SpaghettiOs. This feels like a Josh Weissman video, but you should steal that thunder.
Yeah.
Can I be there?
Sure, you're absolutely welcome. And if you buy some merch, you could even win it.
Gavin, do you want to win this SpaghettiOs that Chris is going to
Homemade Chris Demarais
kinda do.
SpaghettiOs.
I kind of do.
Do you think
Austin, it's not looking good, man.
do you think we could get SpaghettiOs to sponsor this contest?
Honestly, yeah. But we won't be using their product.
Well, to make as much.
We want to show people how difficult it is to make your own SpaghettiO
Yeah.
versus
You should go
just
buy
buying
the
it.
store-bought
It's so
SpaghettiOs.
much easier.
Right.
It tastes like shit. Sorry.
Sorry.
I love the idea of a restaurant that specializes in the upmarket fancy version of dog shit canned food, where it just has the same name, but it's just like, really good.
Tonight's special is alphabet soup.
In chat, Lou Dominari says you absolutely can buy pasta in that shape.
What's it called?
I don't know.
It's not at the store.
Oh, I need a.
Dry spaghetti.
I need to see this.
It needs to be fresh though. It needs to be
Right.
still bendy when you buy
Mine's
it.
going to be fresh from scratch, which I've never done.
So from eggs.
It's just eggs and flour.
Well, don't tell me that. That's
That's not.
Well,
that's just how you make-
prequel.
Spoiler for the pasta.
well, no. We've
You
done
looked at me with such disdain.
Well-
don't tell me that. God.
no. We've done a couple.
It's like when SBI got ruined for me earlier. Like, I wanted to enjoy that.
I didn't realize it was 2 ingredients.
We got another
gotta be
entry
more.
from
not.
Tariq Blakely.
Stop.
Why didn't you want to know the ingredients?
Because we've done a couple. Like I cooked pumpkin pie. I did a couple other like cooking things, and
Tomatoes.
I go into them. I go into them without knowing anything or like using my judgment.
Sure.
Not looking up
So
recipes.
what? You're in the supermarket guessing the ingredients?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just would be like, here's what I think it might be.
It's called
and then
comedy,
I cook it.
Gavin. Look it up.
Gavin, you guessed it like it was the craziest thing, and he went, yeah.
Yeah.
Or to say it'd be if it was like, oh, I'm gonna try and cook this thing, and then I looked up a recipe and then followed the recipe. Well, that's not that interesting.
So
I mean,
apparently there's ronzoni rings enriched macaroni.
let's see. Look at that.
Wow. It's
SpaghettiOs.
like a bunch of O-rings.
Looks like a bunch of like those small rubber bands.
Yeah.
Huh.
I still want us to make our own.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How? Just spitballing here. Like, let me know what you think.
Uh-huh.
How would you make the circles? Would you try to like make a noodle and then do it, or would you like? What are your thoughts here? How would you make the little? I have a good theory, but I don't want to ruin. I don't want to spoil it again for you.
Maybe what I would get is 2 cups, but small cups, like shot glasses. 2 slightly different sized shot glasses.
You're gonna punch them out, aren't you? You're gonna have a
So they're gonna-
slab
Those are
of.
huge.
Cookie cutters.
He's gonna be
Hey,
punching out of
The
lasagna.
point is they have to be like tiny.
No, there is no. The point is they have to be.
They won't
O's.
fit in the
They
can.
won't fit in the can.
yeah, they're not.
They're not. I'm not
big
canning
O's.
them. I'm gonna put them.
That's not SpaghettiOs.
You're not making
Yes, it is. It'll be
calamari.
capitalized O.
Uppercase SpaghettiOs. Chris Demarais' uppercase SpaghettiOs, and then the motto is "Shut up! It fits in the can."
I was trying to think of 2 circular things I could use to like make perfect O's.
Why not do
could
it like
get-
a donut?
How do they make
That's
donuts?
huge. What are you talking about?
Just do it on a small scale.
Like by hand? Like craft by hand O's?
Just like you do, like extrude it and then just cut it every so often. I'm sure there's like something that makes like penne pasta or something like that where you extrude it out.
Well, the question is, do you make the tube that already has the hole in it like a straw, and then chop it up in little bits?
I think,
Now I'm
or
just
you
imagining
push
a
it out
long
the
penne.
like the Play-Doh
Right.
thing where it comes out and you just like chop it. Chunk,
Oh,
chunk,
that's a
chunk.
good idea. The
Yeah.
Play-Doh thing.
Yeah.
Oh, guaranteed the video is going to be like Chris with the Play-Doh machine making.
Well, now yeah.
yeah.
But I was thinking like you flatten it out like
Would you
like
call this
making
a
cookies.
spoiler or a prequel that I'm explaining the video before it happens?
Well, you make it. I was thinking like cookies. You know, you
Right.
put all the dough or whatever it is, and then you
Wait, you could make you could use cookie cutters on pasta and make like decorative noodles.
you'd have no. They
pasta.
Yeah, decorative like you could take like a Christmas tree shaped pasta. That's not you can do it.
'Tis the season.
It's the season, and you do like a pesto sauce, and it's a
Oh my
you're
God!
just making
No!
pasta steaks.
You make it a red sauce, and then you put like the green leaves stuff on it,
Pesto?
Basil.
basil, and it's themed.
right
Green and red.
Christmas pasta.
I mean, how thick
Christmas pasta.
how thick does pasta need to get before it's just gross? Like a big pasta steak.
But don't make it thick.
Yeah,
just
you
make it
do
like
thick.
brush out, like mash it out
Yeah,
real
roll
thin.
it out real
Yeah.
thin, and then
Imagine a ravioli, if you will.
you could make a Christmas tree ravioli.
Christmas tree ravioli.
Oh
like
my
a Santa
God.
Claus face ravioli.
Yeah. Oh man.
2 bites on a plate. 'cause they're
You
this
could even
big.
you can make. Okay, hold.
the possibilities are endless.
You make a big. You make a big Christmas tree one.
Yeah. Like a
And
big
then-
one. Like a big one.
Yeah, and then little presents. And you open the presents, and they have different
It's different
insides.
raviolis.
Different meats.
Like ricotta. You got like a little egg egg yolk ravioli.
Yeah. Man.
That is amazing. I would love that.
Austin, are you excited to win this? All right, he can't wait.
Or anyone could win this. It's a week.
Anyone.
You got a week, but you
got a
should
whole
order as
week.
quickly as possible.
Yeah, they only you only have 35 minutes to continue with the STF 20 promotion.
And it's
That'll end
Christmas themed because that's probably when you get it.
Yep.
then. And if you want to enter to win the spaghetti, you have to tweet your receipt using hashtag STFspaghetti, and Chris will pick someone.
Unofficially.
Unless you want Austin to win, and
There's-
then you need to specify.
But yeah,
Yeah,
you
well,
can
no, no,
you can
you can-
delegate your
you can
votes
delegate
to Austin.
Right.
Yeah.
Thereby
Well, you-
declaring him a professional winner because now he would have had 2 wins under his belt.
Yeah. And I will say this. Well, he's only a professional once we pay him.
What's the salary of a winner, do you think?
Well, I don't know. It depends on.
It's not a huge workload.
It's not a huge workload. It's also like the other, like there's a lot of perks because you're winning a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like that.
You're probably always going to come to Vegas trips,
Right.
just in case.
Right. We brought my professional winner. Blow on these dice, would you?
But you can submit and then decide if you want to designate a winner
Right.
after the fact. So if
you're
you
your
can-
winner
Wait,
champion.
Can you
Yeah.
designate any winner, or can you only designate Austin as the winner? Like if I
Or
delegate,
like if you want West to win.
right? Could I just be like, oh, here's my
I think
my
you-
receipt.
yes. You can anyone but they have to come get it.
Right.
So you can't be like, you know,
But so
Meryl Streep is the winner. I'm like, she's not going to come get
gonna
it.
come get it.
I am
Like,
exhausted.
what if I won and then I said I want Blaine to win, but he has nothing to do with this and doesn't know what's happening?
I mean, he's
That's
local. I
fine.
think it
That's
counts.
as long as he agrees to it.
If you want your spaghetti to end up in the bin, then that's the move.
Yeah.
I mean,
You want your Christmas
as long
tree
as he
spaghetti
shows
to
up,
just
as long
be
as he
thrown away.
Got it.
he has to just show up.
All right.
Okay.
That was a weird one.
Let's wrap this up. This was a journey. I didn't know where we were going to end up with today's episode, but we all went there together. The enter Chris's spaghetti contest, I guess.
Store.roosterteeth.com.
Yep.
Any STF merch.
What's your Twitter?
Oh, well, no.
Just use
Well,
hashtag STF spaghetti.
Yeah, hashtag
sorry.
STF spaghetti.
Don't forget,
Yeah, you
there's
can
an
tweet
H
it
in
to anyone.
spaghetti.
Tweet it to The Rock, but just use that hashtag.
Sure.
Get
that'd
the
be
Rock
great.
to buy something and enter.
Dude, that'd be sweet. If he won.
All right.
Remember, terms and conditions apply.
Yeah, this is all off the record.
Yeah, and don't eat it.
Goodbye.
Bye.